welcome to Maggie's School of Love and Light's Yoga for Kids. Today we're going to be introducing the Sun Salutation. This is one of the most well-known sequences in yoga. It's a really good one to learn and you can repeat it as many times as you'd like. You're going to need lots of space for reaching up to the sky, and you're also going to need to make sure that you've got a mat that's not slippy. Let's get going. Okay, so you're standing up, take the weight back onto your heels and stretch your arms up to the ceiling. Really reach up high, connect with that sun energy. Bend from the hips, reach out forward with the fingers and take your fingers to your shins or the floor if you can't reach your shins. Look out ahead of you, put your hands on your mat in front of your feet. Crawl forward for planks, your elbows are under your shoulders. And then you put your hands under your shoulders, straighten the arms, and you're in Cobra, pelvis is pinned to the floor. Then you're going to jump up into triangle pose. Really lead up from the bottom towards the ceiling. Walk your feet towards your hands. Ready for forward bend, and then we'll come up, reach into the ceiling again. And we'll start again. We're going to really reach up, connect with that sun energy. Hinge from the hips, really draw forward with the fingers. Take your fingers down to your shins. Look behind you, take your hands in front of your feet. Look in front of you, crawl down to plank, so elbows under your shoulders, bottom off the ground. We go to Cobra, hands under your shoulders, pin your belly to the floor, straighten the arms and look out ahead of you, and then you're going to jump straight up into triangle. Let your head really hang between your arms, draw that bottom up to the ceiling, walk forward to your hands, and then hinge from the hips, reach up to the sky, connecting with that sun energy again. Get ready to go again. We're going to reach up high to the sky, really hinge forward from the hips. Reach with those fingers, grab the shins, look behind you, put your fingers in front of your feet, look ahead of you, drop down to plank, elbows under shoulders, bum off the ground. Hands under shoulders, belly on the floor. And we'll jump up into triangle, step forward, lead up with the hands, stretch up to the ceiling, hinge from the hips, really lead out with the fingertips, take your fingers to your shins, look behind you, hands in front of your feet, look out ahead, drop down to plank, elbows under your shoulders, bum off the ground, belly on the floor now, hands under your shoulders, push up, look ahead of you. Jump up into triangle, head hangs, really point that bottom up towards the ceiling, step towards your hands. Hinge from the hips, ready to stretch up to the ceiling again, connect with that sun energy, and namaste. So that's a really, really fast sequence. It might have been hard to keep up with. It generally is something that people take a little bit of time to get to know. So don't feel bad about it. You can watch that as many times as you'd like and just really try and get into the flow and think of it as a bit of a dance. So now we're going to get ready for our relaxation. So you're going to lay down somewhere comfortable. If you don't like laying, you're welcome to just sit down somewhere. Preferably we're going to lay down somewhere nice and comfy. Nice soft mat, maybe a blanket. You can hit pause if you want to get something cosy to put over you. And now we're going to just lay down and we're going to close our eyes. And we're going to really connect with that sun energy that we've brought in from the Sun Salutation. So I'd like you to imagine in the room with you is a tiny, tiny ball of glowing energy. It's a tiny, tiny sun, the size of a golf ball. You could fit it in the palm of your hands. And I want you to imagine that this sun, this tiny sun, each time you breathe in, gets bigger and bigger. So every time you fill your lungs to the top, this this sun is growing. It's at least the size of a football now. And as we continue to breathe, the sun starts to take up most of the room you're in. And it grows and it grows and it grows until it's completely filled the room. And it's gone up through the ceiling, it's gone down through the ground, through all the walls, and it's just growing and growing. And it's the size of your whole road. And as you breathe in, it's still growing. And it's the size of your whole town. And you can see it and you can feel it. It's warm. And it makes you feel happy. And it's growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And it reaches up through the clouds. And it's growing bigger and bigger and bigger, up through Earth's atmosphere. It continues to grow, and it's up in the stars, higher and higher and higher, and it's taking you on its journey with you, with it. And you look down beneath you and you can see the earth below you. You can see the beautiful blue seas and you can see the beautiful green of the countries below. And still you're going up, up, up as this sun grows bigger and bigger and brighter. Keep breathing in, helping it to grow strong and grow big until finally it's big enough to be left on its own up in the stars, your very own sun. Look around you in the stars and find the absolute perfect place for your sun to be left in the sky, up in space. Once you're happy with the spot you've found, you can say goodbye to this beautiful big ball of energy, knowing that it's always going to be right here where you left it. Each time you look up to the sky, you'll see your very own sun, your very own star. And gradually, each time you breathe out, you feel that you're coming closer and closer back down to the earth, back past all the stars you travel past, back past all the planets, back through Earth's atmosphere, down, 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 past the clouds, back through the rooftop, back through the ceiling, and there you are, lying on your mat or sitting on your chair, after growing your very own sunshine, your very own star. Know that each time you look up into the night sky, you'll be able to see your very own star. When you're ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers and wriggle your toes and wake your body back up. Become aware of all the things you can hear around you, and how it feels to lay or to sit where you're sitting or where you're laying. And when you're ready, you can open up your eyes and come back into the room. I hope you've enjoyed your sun salutation and your sunshine, your very own sunshine relaxation. Sat Nam, and I can't wait to see you next time.